you'll have like subtle little thoughts, like, just subtle little thoughts, like, you think somebody's beautiful, or you just lustfully, just subtly lust for them, and it goes unchecked. And you get like a tiny little subtle dopamine hit from that little thought. Well, those transfer over into your subconscious, and then when you're asleep and you're dreaming, your subconscious is dealing and processing everything that happened while you're awake. And so if like there's little subtle things that go unchecked while you're awake, they're going to be really unchecked in your dream. So like I learned a lot about dreams, bro. Like when you have nightmares and stuff, like bad dreams, not just bad dreams, but like nightmares, like fearful, frightening dreams, it's because like you're off course with your purpose, and like you internally, subconsciously know that you're like not doing what you're meant to be doing in life. But that's a topic for another day. But so wet dreams, subtle, unchecked, lustful desires, just little hints that go unchecked and like they play out in your dream. Everything that happens while you're awake, you're like little subtle, the subtlest thoughts, the smallest thoughts, the all the intentions, they get processed while you're sleeping in your dreams. That's why dreams mean something. But yeah, and then the other wet dream I had, which wasn't sexual, it was my body releasing, and it was weird. So no sexual dream, right? No sexual dream, like, but my body was about to like, I was about to release, like in my sleep, and like my subconscious understood that my body was about to do it. And so in the dream, it was like I was thinking like it was an active dream, so I was actively dreaming, and it was like it was a feeling of like I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. I know this is bad. I shouldn't do this. And then like, but I was leaning into, but it had nothing to do with sex. Like I didn't know it was sex. Like it was just the feelings that come with like, I don't know, like masturbation, but I wasn't masturbating in my dream. It was just my body was about to nut, and like, but my subconscious was telling my body, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. And so like, but like also my subconscious was like it was desiring it, but I didn't know what it was. But when I woke up and I reflected on the dream, it was like, okay, it was me nutting. But so that was the other dream. So, and usually when you have a sexual wet dream, you wake up immediately afterwards, or in the middle of it, you'll wake up. But this, like, because it wasn't a sexual dream, I nutted and I woke up like, the next day, like hours later. And then I woke up and I was like, that was a weird dream. Did I? And I checked yeah. And I checked it and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, that's about dreams, the wet dreams that I had. Other than that, bro, consciously while I was awake, no sexual, like anytime, like, cause usually when I'm trying to do it, it's like an intense battle. Like if I see a lustful thought or temptation coming my way, I'll like look at it and I'll be like, no, stay away from me, engaging with the temptation. Like, I can't, stay away from me, please get out of my head, But no, not November, this month, I just wasn't playing that. Like I just wasn't doing that. Like I saw a temptation coming my way, or if there was a lustful thought coming in my way, entering my brain, I just didn't pay it any attention. Like I just went the other way calmly. I wasn't like looking at it, like I wasn't like, if I saw a temptation or a thought, I wasn't like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Like, please get away from me. I didn't do none of that. This is all mentally, like mental. Like I'm not doing that. It was just, I just wasn't giving it attention. And I think that's what made it so much easier with No Nut November. I just knew I wasn't playing around. Like, I don't know. It's just, wasn't doing it. It's a switch though. It's a switch. Like it's a continuous thing. But it's like, it takes one decision to do something for a lifetime, which it sounds weird. It's like there's so many paradoxes in life. There's so many paradoxes in life, bro. Like everything makes sense, but nothing makes sense at the same time. And like one of those paradoxes is that it takes one moment, one decision to change the rest of your life, which is full of like billions of other decisions. But October 31st, November 1st, I just made a decision, like I'm doing this. Like I'm doing 30 days. And it just happens. Like it's a mental switch, bro. Like You ask anybody, it's just a mindset shift. You know, when I decided to quit weed, it was something that I just like, it was just a one decision I made. Now, have I come in contact with weed since then? Yeah, there's been weed around me. You know, like my brother smokes weed, you know. I have like one friend that smokes weed. I try to stay away from it just because I just don't want to be around it. But and not be even because it's tempting, just because I don't like get away from me. I don't know. Like when you make a decision and like I don't know, it's just a mind. Like when I decided to quit my 9 to 5, it was just I'm never working for anybody again. Flip. Now, have there been temptations to go work for other people since then? Of course. But it just started with that one decision. So like with weed, it was like I made one decision and weed just it turns me off. Like if you smoke weed, like I don't have a problem with you or the weed, but like me personally, like it turns me off. It grosses me out. I don't want to do it no more. You feel me? And I'm not being judgmental. I'm not trying to sound judgmental, you know? But I'm just saying, like, once you make a decision, your mindset changes. So I made a decision November 1st, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. And so with that, with that decision mindset shift, it has effects. So you know how I said, like, when I quit weed, like, the weed turns me off now. Like, I just don't want to be around it. I don't think it's cool. It's actually, like, kind of, like, immature. And I'm not being judgmental. This is just how I view it now. You feel me? Like, I was smoking weed every day for, like, since I was 13 years old, But now I just look at it like, same thing with cigarettes. Like, yeah, cigarettes are pretty gross to me. I'm not going to judge you for it because I know that it's a stronghold. It's a vice that's, like, more addictive than, like, heroin, but now I look at it as gross. And that just comes with the territory of like quitting something, you know? So after I stopped porn and masturbating and all that stuff, like I wasn't even doing it like that bad, but I'm just saying when I made the decision November 1st to like not do that, I have these girls on my Snap who some of them I know, some of them I don't, but like they're doing OnlyFans and like they would show preview of like their OnlyFans content and it would make me want to throw up. Like like what? Like I'm gonna pay you to do something that I quit myself? Like nah, bro. It just turned me off. Just the thought of masturbating like just grossed me out. Like yeah, me doing it, but also just a female doing it. Like a female doing it, like it just grossed me out. It's defiling. Like I don't, it's just gross. Like, you know, and then like the fact that, again, I'm not judging, I don't know what, my subscribers, whatever, but nah, if you following me, you supposed to be on self-improvement, bro. So, I'm not judging you, but like you have to have a mindset that eventually I'm gonna get to a point in my life to where I don't do these things anymore. Because you could be in the middle of smoking weed, doing cigarettes, drugs, having sex, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, it's not fine, but it's fine. But as long as you know that at some point in your life, in the future, you're gonna give those things up. That's who this channel is for, right? That's who my subscribers should be. Like people who they might be you might be deep in your sins. You might be you might be at rock bottom right now. But as long as you have a mindset that it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but I promise myself that before I die, I will get a hold of this. That's what this channel is for. But anyways, yeah, so I'm looking at these girls on Snapchat who like, at first, if some of them I'd be like, before I knew they had an OnlyFans, I'd be like, this girl is beautiful. Like, wow, she's beautiful, or whatever. But then like they're like subscribing to my OnlyFans and then they post a picture of them in lingerie and I'm like, it just completely turned everything off. I'm like, you're gross. Like, stop it, you're gross. And some people want to look at OnlyFans as like a business model, which it is. Anything could be a business model. It is a business model, but it's a cheap way. It's cheap. It's just cheap. And I'm not about to go on a rant about OnlyFans right now, all right? But I'm just saying with No Nut November of me quitting masturbating myself and like not even looking at porn or anything like that, things along those lines started to gross me out. And it kind of made me nauseous, like looking at it, like, and But again, I'm not being judgmental at all. But yeah. So my mindset shifted. And so also another mindset shift was the way I looked at females. Like you start to understand like you don't look at them as objects. Like you don't look at them objects, and you understand like how to vibe with a female. Like I know how to vibe with females. I know how to get along with people, but I'm just saying like usually, there's a saying that guys and girls can't be friends, and that's to some extent that is very true, but like I'm saying like I could hang out with a girl or like get along with a girl without looking at her as if I want to have sex with you, Like it was just like you're a normal person, you're a beautiful girl, like I wish the best for you. And you start to look at girls as like people, as like you treat them like they were your sister or something, like that's another mindset shift. That's another big mindset shift with semen retention and just learning to control your sexual urges and your sexual thoughts. So this isn't just about semen retention and No Nut November. It's not just about like I physically didn't do anything. Like I sexually, physically didn't do anything. It's about mental too. Like I learned how to control like mentally, just getting like mental edging. Like you can't just be like, even though you're not masturbating or watching porn, you can't be like laying up late at night in your bed fantasizing what it would be to like be with a girl. Like get over that. Get over that. Like just get over it. Like just know that you're the man. Like, and I'm talking to myself too here. Just know that you're the man. You can get a girl if you want to. It's not that hard. Girls nowadays, I'm just saying it's easier now. And I'm not saying girls are easier now than ever, but it's easier now to get with somebody than it was ever in history, ever. Like, and that's also because, there's more people on earth than there ever was. So, I mean, like, getting a girl is not an issue. You just have to work on your social skills, work on like how to talk to females, how to talk to people in general, and just find your comfort zone, your niche, and like things like that. Because I feel like there's somebody out here for everybody. It's all about like putting yourself in the right situation to meet that person, right? Also, the benefits, like the basic generic benefits, like the mainstream benefits that everybody talks about, like eye contact. Like you hold eye contact with people, that's true. Like that is so true, bro. When you stop masturbating and watching porn and you start recycling that energy and just doing things that you're proud of and stop doing things that you're not proud of. I mean, it doesn't even have to be with masturbation. Like when you just stop doing things that you're not proud of and make you feel ashamed of yourself, it's easy to lock eyes with somebody and just not think twice about it. You don't have a problem with looking somebody in the eyes because you could look yourself in the eye. Like I don't know how to describe it, but looking people in the eye, that just improves. Like you hold eye contact like until they feel uncomfortable and they want to look away. So eye contact, conversation, and like social awareness improves. Like I'm just more talkative with females. Things just flow better. I'm not saying I'm the funniest guy in the room, but you could crack jokes. You could just read the room better. Just social skills. Just start. You're not scared. You're not ashamed. Um, what else? What else? What else? So eye contact, social awareness, things like that. You get way more energy, bro. Like just straight up, way more energy. Because you're not wasting time or energy doing that. You feel me? Like you have way more energy, bro. Like I'm working out every single day, bro. Every day hard. I'm just like getting stuff done. I'm checking off my checklist and like I'm not taking naps throughout the day. Like really like it's important like when you stop releasing so much semen, if you're used to doing it like every day or every other day, it starts to like go back into your body and now you have all this energy and you're like, what do I do? Like, what do I like? And the main key to that is like, it's not just about retaining your seed. It's about recycling the energy. transmuting the energy, the sexual energy. The sexual energy is the most powerful energy that us humans have. And once you learn how to transmute that and use it and do something with it instead of just nutting it all out on a rag or something, like it's a superpower. Like it's just, people look at you like something's like you were born different. Like people look at you like you're a genius, like straight up. You feel me? So way more energy, eye contact, social skills improve, like just talking, like you're not scared of like approaching anymore. Um it's a lot to do with like you have to transmute that energy because when you initially stop, you're gonna have all this energy. And then there might be a time to where like you just find yourself bored, but like you gotta know what to do. And if you don't know what to do, you gotta make up something to do or use some of that brain energy, because it's physical energy and there's like mental energy. Use some of the mental energy to plan out what you're gonna do with the physical energy. So definitely the energy increase, bro. Um, Now the month overall, I want to say this: the month overall has been like trying. It really tried me, bro. Like I was going ham the first 2 weeks of No Nut November, but then like my truck broke down. My truck broke down 2 weeks in, and I haven't got my truck back since. I'm gonna get my truck back tomorrow or the next day, right? Cause he'd been taking all day to fix it, and then just so happened on November 30th, he called me up. My mechanic called me up and said, "All right, we got the truck running." So I feel like that was like kind of like I don't know the end of the test. Like okay, well done, you've done it. Like a lot of things happened on November 30th, bro. Like that kind of gave me the feeling of like well done, you did it, kind of. But yeah, life was like trying to punch me in the face, knock me down. I didn't have my truck, and when I didn't have my truck, I was kind of using that as an excuse to not go hard as much, not cold call with real estate as much, not pass out flyers and go door knocking as much for my lawn care business. Um, you know, there wasn't a day that I didn't work out though. There was never a day that I didn't work out. I'm addicted to working out. Like I'm just addicted to working out. Like and maybe partly also because I'm scared of losing my gains. I don't know. But there was never a day because working out like I'll do push-ups. Like I'll do like 500 push-ups. Like if I can't like lift something heavy, I'll just do 500 push-ups and like buku pull-ups. If I can't do pull-ups, then I'll find something to do with my body weight on the floor. So not working out was never an option. But like not cold calling, I don't know why. I just use my truck as like an excuse to like not cold call as much, to not drive for dollars as much when I was still borrowing my relatives' vehicles. I was borrowing their vehicles, they let me use their vehicles. I still got a lot of work done. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of stuff done, bro. I did a lot of stuff in November. I fasted for 3 days. There's a lot of acts of faith for God I did. Yeah, I was really involved in the church. There's a lot of things that I really did accomplish and do, even though life was testing me. But I was able to recycle all of my energy, all of my, built up, semen energy, whatever you want to call it, life force. Yeah, but I think that's it. I think that's it. That's all I really. Those are like the big things I talked about. Um, I feel like there's some more things. Let me see. I feel like when I didn't have my truck, I started to notice more things. So without the sexual lust and desires and the sexual fight always blocking everything else, like I could like I know before like when I'm fighting sexual urges, like I can't even focus on anything. But this month I wasn't fighting it, because like I said, it was like I would just look away. I would like ignore it. I wasn't even actively ignoring it. I was just doing something else. And so with that clarity of mind, I was able to notice more things about myself that I need to work on. There's a lot of other flaws. Like without the sexual like war going on in front of my face 24/7, I was able to like see the other things that I need to work on in my life. And there's a few other things that I definitely need to work on. in my life. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. But I'm working on it. You know, it's all about getting 1% better, bro. So that's it. That's everything I learned from No Nut November. It was a success, bro. Shout out to Minute Wisdom on YouTube for dropping a video every single day of No Nut November. The videos were super funny, but just like super relatable. Like the whole No Nut November community on YouTube is like hella funny, but extremely motivational. Um, yeah, bro. I'll leave a link to some of my favorite videos from No Nut November. Um, that's it, y'all. I plan on dropping more videos to give some value away. I know I have a script for cold calling when I'm wholesaling, and I've always had this script and I've perfected it, you know, over the year. I'm gonna drop a video on that and like how to go about it. I know I gave y'all the contract. Um, I plan on making a video. I plan on dropping a few videos this month and next month. So yeah, bro. The grind never stops, bro. No Nut November was a success. We gotta keep it going, all right? Stay motivated.